Swiss professional tennis player Stanislas Wawrinka reached a career-high Association of Tennis Professional Singles ranking of world number 3 for the first time in 2014. He's gone on to bag many more awards and accolades, such as the 3 Grand Slam titles at the 2014 Australian Open, and also the 2015 French Open, and the 2016 US Open, beating the world's number 1 player in the final on all 3 occasions. His current net worth is over $40 million, and from a few cool cars to some fancy watches, here's how he spends it. My men's, my dudes, my people. Smooth. If I had a career prize money of over $35 million and a salary of $4 million, I'd definitely get myself some of the nicest cars available. I wouldn't. However, the same doesn't really apply to Stan Wawrinka. This dude, he's got modest cars, which is really nice to see in a rich person. They're not just like, Ferrari. What do I need to, I want to roller skate on top of my Ferraris. I need a third Ferrari to fill me from behind. Nah, this dude's he's got just 4 cars in his garage. He might not be a giant car enthusiast, but he's definitely got some taste. His first car is a Subaru Levorg, which is kind of honestly the most boring one in his garage. The Levorg is a really unusual car that chooses practicality and reliability while sacrificing sophistication. His car feels a little bit dated too. It doesn't look like much. Nonetheless, Stan Wawrinka, he has one, and it costs about $56,000. His next car is a cool step up from the Subaru Levorg. He owns a Mercedes S-Class, and, when compared to the previously mentioned car, it's pretty sophisticated. The S-Class is a staple among celebrities, young and old, because of its beauty and its functionality. With a powerful V8 twin-turbo engine giving an output of almost 500 horsepower, the S-Class leaves the Subaru Levorg in the dust. And to put it simply, the beauty on this wheels have managed to combine performance with style, all for, twice the cost of the other one, which might make sense quite better in some ways. To add to his collection of luxury cars, Stan also owns an Audi RS4. This car happens to be one of the best performance car all-rounders you can buy, offering a blend of incredible pace, nice grip, and excellent practicality. This is the second estate car in Stan's collection, but it seems to be just a step below the S-Class. The $88,000 price tag ain't too bad for what the car entails, though. The latest car in his collection is the Audi R8 Dickenum. Anyways, in this case, it's right to say that I saved the best for last, as this car happens to be the best in Stan Wawrinka's collection. It's the only supercar in his garage, which is respectable because, you got all that money, you still want to be a practical person, but you still want a super-duper fast car. I would. It's faster and it looks prettier, and yeah. The thing about the Audi R8 Dickenum, though, is only 222 units were made, and only 50 units were available in the United States. This car has a V10 engine with an output of 602 horsepower, and it can go from rest to 62 miles per hour in a little over 3 seconds. This performance-based beauty goes for $215,000, and it is worth every penny. I think I don't have enough pennies. Stan Wawrinka might not be a car enthusiast, but he sure does like his watches. And with a net worth like that, you can only expect his watches will be top of the line. Badass timepieces. So it makes sense he also happens to be a brand ambassador for Audemars Piguet. So most of his watches are from the brand, but each of them have a little twist. At the 2016 French Open, Stan Wawrinka was spotted wearing a lovely Audemars Piguet Royal Oak Offshore Diver chronograph. This watch had just been introduced when Stan was spotted wearing it during his match. Audemars Piguet is quite popular among tennis players, and a star player like Stan is one of the best people to ever be seen sporting it. This watch cost almost $60,000. He was also seen wearing another Audemars Piguet Royal Oak Offshore featuring a self-winding mechanism, glare-proof sapphire crystal, and an 18-karat rose gold case. Even though this watch is part of the same collection as the previously listed watch, this is quite different as it offers more of a sporty and powerful look on the iconic Royal Oak. The cost of this piece is about $30,000. During the 2016 US Open, Stan Wawrinka was also seen wearing another Audemars Piguet Royal Oak Offshore watch, being the brand ambassador that he is. This particular watch has a slate gray dial and a custom-made dark pink strap to coordinate with his sneakers and his uniform. So it's got quite an interesting color, and it's said to be worth about 26 grand poonies. That's a really childish way of saying money, Avery. Wow. Although Stan Wawrinka didn't win the 2017 French Open, he performed pretty well while sporting a classic from the brand he represents, AP. Just like the other previously mentioned watches, this is part of the Royal Oak collection, but it's notably different from the rest. This is a special luminous replica Audemars Piguet Royal Oak Offshore Chronograph Dream Team watch for men. invented in memory of his great achievement. And it comes with blue custom straps to match his outfit. This watch placed about $25,000. So, we can confidently say that Stan loves his Royal Oaks. Wawrinka's been on the sidelines for most of the 2021 season due to a foot injury, and it was obvious that the tennis star was missing the game, so he started to work on something called the Ball Man Project. On a promotional video on Instagram, Stan said, "Hey guys, I've been injured for 9 months, not playing tennis, and I miss it a lot. I'm happy to announce the Ball Man Project. Are you ready?" Stan had officially joined other professional tennis players like Naomi Osaka and Jessica Pegula of the NFT world. Stan's NFT collection appears to be tennis balls that have a strong connection with his most memorable on-court moments and victories over his colorfully decorated career. However, his first digital collection is much more than this. The Ballman Project offers fans and crypto enthusiasts an entire experience with what will be called the NFT Open. The tournament will span several months and reward the top collector of 240 Ether. The player can also buy upgrades to boost their NFT's players' chances of winning the matches, so get on it, my dudes. Also, referencing back to the child in me, the Ballman Project? Seems like a very simple name. Balls. This project aimed to give buyers lively and exciting experience by incorporating rankings and a chance to walk away with earnings. President of Bravo Loto said, "Stan, who's a friend, wanted to launch NFTs. We thought about it, and we released a project that we really like. A large part of the income collected with NFTs will be redistributed to buyers, and the biggest collectors will be left with the earnings each month. 80% of the royalties generated by the exchange of balls will go to the collectors." While this NFT project launching the collection of 5,555 NFT tennis players that owners can use to participate in the first virtual tennis tournament taking place in the metaverse, Stan said on a Zoom call announcing the start of the beta version of the game in late February or early March, "The NFT world is roaring and changing so fast. NFT is all about community, and that's what we're trying to do. The mining and sales of the Ballman NFTs will begin on February 7th with a private sale." Stan Wawrinka might be a 3-time Grand Slam winner and be one of the best tennis players in the world, but he's not above getting injured. His injuries have caused him to undergo surgeries, which have caused him to stay off the court for extended periods, especially in 2021. Stan underwent knee surgery following his latest ATP title in 2017 and had troubles with injuries through 2018, during which his ranking fell to the floor, which is pretty bad considering he managed to stay on the top 10 for almost 5 years between 2013 to 2018. His injury in 2017 caused him to lose his pace, for which he underwent 2 surgeries in August and skipped the rest of the season. He claimed the title in Geneva in May that year, though, which remains his last ATP trophy, struggling with injuries and never finding his A game again, so it seems. After Roland Garros in 2018, Stan dropped out from the top 250 for the first time in 15 years before returning it again in 2019 to return to the top 20. He secured 20 wins in 2020, and it might prove difficult for the tennis star to pull that off again in the current season following his constant problem with his literally deteriorating body. I'm sorry, Stan, you got a lot of injuries. Stan underwent left foot surgery in March and required another within the past 3 months, which meant he had to spend more time off the court. This injury tormented Stan, for 10 months, and a report from Swiss newspaper NZZ said that Stan would prolong his stint to the sidelines to a year, and he looks to return in March of 2022, according to his manager. This setback means he missed the 2022 Australian Open and could possibly miss the first 2 ATP 1000 tournaments in the season, the Indian Wells Masters and the Miami Open, often termed the Sunshine Double. Stan Wawrinka was, however, spotted in the gym as he continues to recover from his foot surgery. In a video posted on the Twitters, he can be seen running on a treadmill, doing half squats and leg extensions, and even sitting on a gym ball to improve his balance. He captioned the Twitter post by saying, "You might not be there yet, but you're closer than you were yesterday." Stan had previously spent time working with physiotherapists of the renowned football club Paris Saint-Germain and the Centre Uridu. In an interview, the Swiss thanked the PSG president for giving him access to the club's medical facilities. He said, "It is an injury that is very difficult to treat. I contacted the president to see if he could put me in touch with his medical team. He gave me their details straight away, and now I'm here, benefiting from the optimum conditions for my rehabilitation." Stan Wawrinka appears to be making steady progress in his recovery, but the 3-time Grand Slam champion is a long way from reaching his full fitness. his inability to play in the Australian Open means that it might take a little longer for us to see the good old Stanislas Wawrinka in action again. Hopefully, he comes back better and more fit. And that brings us to the end of the video. So I really thank you guys for watching how Stan Wawrinka spends his millions of dollars. And comment down below if you also think that he should just spend his millions building himself a new foot. Robo foot, man. Robo foot. We're in the future. It's possible. Anyways, later, guys.